Hey, OAS family. I wanted to share with you a little bit about how the band students have been continuing their music even during our NTI 2.0. I wanted to share this software with you that we've been using. It's called Collabra. On the screen, you can see I've posted lessons for the students, video lessons. They're able to see the music on the screen. And then this software actually allows them to, when they open the lesson, it allows them to be able to watch the lesson and then record video of themselves playing their instrument alongside the lesson. So it's obviously not as real as being in person, but for what we're doing on the computer, it's really been helpful. Students have been submitting some amazing videos of their hard work on their instrument. A lot of times you hear the dogs barking in the background and little brothers and sisters wanting to come push the buttons on the instrument. So it's been really entertaining. But I wanted to share a little bit today of what they've been accomplishing. So they practice on Collabra. They submit their assessments on Collabra. I've just been assigning music that isn't too challenging, but something that they're able to do and feel good about from home. So I'll share a couple of those with you now that just stand out in my mind. Our eighth graders have been doing a lot of scales and things to prepare them for high school. And I have one more that just really stands out in my mind I'd like to share with you. Sixth grader, her name is Tej, and the sixth grade, I have to share with you the challenge that it's been not only to get the instruments to everyone and go through the selection process of, which student's going to play which instrument, but then also without being in person, being able to teach all the different instruments how to even just put it together and how to not break the reed and how to. It's been quite a task just to get them to safely use their instrument at home without having any training, most of them. So our sixth graders deserve a special congratulations because they've made this happen without any prior in-person learning. Most of them didn't take elementary band. So one that sticks out to me is really a sixth grader by the name of Tej, who is doing awesome. So I want to share that with you now.
Hello, in this video I'm going to be playing 4 different songs on the alto saxophone. The first song I'm going to be playing is Hot Cross Buttons. That's Hot Cross
So I would love to say that, that's all because I've taught them how to do all these amazing things. But the cool part of it is they're really teaching themselves. I'm giving them the tools. I'm giving them the encouragement, and they are the ones putting in the work and the practice. And I'm hopeful that in the long run, that will actually be better for them because they've kind of disabled a little bit of that maybe learned helplessness or, this is too hard mentality because they're proving to themselves what they are capable of. And when we're not there to constantly helping them, sometimes that can strengthen them, I think, to overcome the challenge on their own. That being said, I am looking forward to the day we can, play concerts and make music together. But for now, this has just been such a blessing to be able to have the ability to continue music for our students. I think this is a big part of their experience in middle school, and it teaches the heart as well as the mind. So I'm very, very excited to be able to keep doing it. I hope this was entertaining for you, if nothing else. And thanks for letting me share.
Hi guys, it's me, Miss Price. So I'm gonna go ahead and share a little bit of my swag. So this week I felt like I was really, really successful because I had a lot of students participate as well as get a lot of work done and intervene and extend with students in a short amount of time. So I know that we all have only 30 minutes to pretty much teach every other day with different students. So I started to take advantage of that time and use the first 30 minutes as lecture and then open up different meets or rooms or breakout rooms to allow for work time. So I had some different rooms. I had a loud room where students could work together with their mics and cameras on, kind of laugh, listen to music, and work together and ask questions. Then I had a chat room where there were students that were shy but still wanted to work with other people. So they were able to chat with their cameras off and still work on assignments. Then I had a completely quiet room, independent, where students just went and just worked by themselves. And then there was the main room with me, where you got one-on-one help, or it was a small group type of intervention. I also invited certain students into that room with me. So I really, really found that this was helpful because a lot of students got the assignments completed and they were jumping in and out of the room with me to ask questions, or I saw questions in their chats. Or heard the questions sometimes and was able to jump into their conversations to clarify anything or respond to certain things. And I just felt like it felt like a regular classroom during that time. So instead of just spending 30 minutes teaching, I was able to have like 45 minutes to an hour helping students and really feeling like I was in the classroom doing different things. Felt like I was working the power zone, if that makes sense. But again, that's my swag for the week. I feel on top of the world this Friday. I have tons of work to grade, and I'm kind of excited about it because a lot of it's on time this time, you know? All right, so that's my spill. Have a wonderful weekend.
Hey everybody, it's Jen Wade Hussey and Josie. Josie's home from school this week because of a little exposure, right? Yeah, but we're not sick. We just got too close to somebody who turned out to be sick. So we're waiting to see, right?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I can tell you that one of the unexpected challenges of NTI is right off the bat trying to do this. Balancing between what's happening in my classroom and being fully present for my students, and then what's going on literally just on the other side of that curtain with the rest of real life is way harder than I ever thought it would be. I'm not cut out to work at home. I am too much of a single focused person to really be successful at this. It's really hard to switch gears. And so a lot of times I find myself kind of doing half of each instead of one thing really well. And then it's an exhausting thing. I literally jump up from office hours and run to do carpool for my other kids. And I'm working harder than I ever have in my life. And I know because I see on social media that I'm not alone in that there's a solidarity there, but it doesn't change the fact that, I'm doing it on my own right now. And it's hard.
With the help of Josie.
Yeah, Josie is a huge help, you guys, especially when it comes to comic relief, right? Okay. So the other things that I find really, really challenging are I've got kids who just won't reach out. They won't respond to phone calls. They won't respond to emails. They don't come to class. They don't come to office hours. And then they turn in work that's not correct. And it's absolutely breaking my heart because they're smart kids. They're good kids. They're talented kids. And I can't figure out how to reach them. And it's really kind of a painful thing to see. And then the other thing that is just really, that I'm really struggling with NTI is how disconnected I feel from you guys, from my peers. Not working in a PLC in the building, I don't get to hear the gossip. I don't get to celebrate, you know. I miss being across the hall from RK and down the hall from all of the cool stuff that's happening in the rest of the related arts. I miss seeing the 8th graders. I miss the cafeteria. I miss the noise. I miss, yes. Are you making some noise for me? Do you want to show everybody?
Ta-da!
This is Josie's picture of a zookeeper. The zookeeper with the giraffe, right?
Yeah.
Because a zookeeper is a community helper.
And how do you like my tree?
It's a beautiful tree. It's one of the best trees I've ever seen.
And I tried to make it look like a lion.
Kind of. I can sort of see that. All right, let me get back to what I'm doing about my talking.
Okay.
You can see that the conversation is not as stimulating professionally here as it is at OAS. And I am a collaborative person. I miss professional conversation. The couple of folks that I've had a chance to do one-on-one Zooms with can tell you that I don't shut up. I talk nonstop because it's just so nice to talk to an adult. So yes, I am struggling, but I'm also experiencing some really profound success. One of the things that I'm really, really proud of this year is the work that I'm doing on specifically addressing racial equity and the ways I am embedding that into our projects this year. Last year, I did a lot of focus on student choice. And so when opportunities for students to explore racial equity came up, I yes, absolutely, let's go with it. But I wasn't deliberate about it. This year, as part of the work I'm doing with Magnify Learning, I have the opportunity to really dive right into racial equity. And my 7th grade project is public art and equity. And the girls have, and I know Miss Allen talked about it, the girls have partnered with the Mayor's Commission on Public Arts, Louisville Commission on Public Arts to create models of and write proposals for public art to replace the Prentice statue. Now, the entryway to this was a discussion about the Castleman statue and why the Castleman statue was taken down in June of 2020. And what we started with is that we thought that this was, you know, I thought originally that it was in response to the protests, but it turns out that they'd been working for like 2 years to get rid of the Castleman statue for exactly the reasons that other statues are coming down. It's not a good representative of what Louisville values. It's continually, the Castleman statue was regularly vandalized, and it wasn't reflective of what Louisville wants to be known for. And prior to the legal battle for the Castleman statue was this statue of George Prentice outside the Louisville Free Public Library. And
Mom, I'm working on this one because I have nothing to do.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. I like that. So what's really cool about it is that George Prentice was he was the editor of the Louisville Journal in the 1850s. And he was considered at least partially responsible for the anti-immigrant riots on Election Day in November of 1855. So a group of men who were part of the Know Nothing Party attacked immigrants trying to vote. And one of the reasons that they attacked those immigrants was because of the vitriolic rhetoric and hate speech that this man, George Prentice, put in his paper. And so the more I dove into it, the more I was like, this is really timely. This is really timely for the girls. It's really timely for, we can look at the fact that, there's been hate rhetoric around for our entire history. So anyway, I'm really proud. And I'm really proud of the way the girls are tackling this, and I'm hopeful about what comes out of this. I don't want you to do that right now. Can you go? Oh, she's got some over there. Okay. So, I do apologize. Hopefully I can edit this out. So I'm really pleased with the work they're doing, with the work that I'm getting for them to do. My 6th graders are working on influential women. I'm never gonna stop touting that as a topic. Not at OAS. We're doing it a little bit differently this year. No more wax museum. But what I'm doing with my 6th graders is that they're preparing backpack defenses for our 8th graders. I partnered with Miss Yates, and she did a fantastic job launching the project. The girls are really taking that seriously. One of the things I like about that is that when we're looking at influential women, I've got 3 Rosa Parks, I got 2 Michelle Obamas, I got 2 AOCs, and then I have this one 6th grade girl who picked somebody I'd never heard of before, who is a boots on the ground activist helping children, helping which children? These are children that have been abandoned. And so it's they're blowing my mind. The girls who come to class and do the work, it's as fulfilling as anything I've ever done. The work is intentional. The work is thoughtful. The girls are really connected. We're doing a really excellent, deliberate job of talking about metacognition and connecting our actions to our backpack skills. So if I could solve the problems of managing what happens outside my classroom, right? If I could solve that problem, and if I could get my kids to come to class, I'm really pleased with the curricular work we're doing. I'm pleased with the rigor of the work that I'm doing with my kids this year. And so that has to be a celebration, right? That has to be, you have to be proud of that.
Dad.
So, there I am. That's what's happening with NTI 2.0 in Jen Wade Hussey's world. If you find that you're bored and want to talk shop with somebody, I've got office hours, in the morning. I would love to see a friendly face. Until election day, Josie's going to be my co-teacher. We're going to make it work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna help.
She's going to help. So, we can use all the help we can get. I hope everybody is having a great day. I hope everybody's having a good time. That you are experiencing some successes in the midst of all these challenges.
Dad.
And have a great day. Okay. Bye-bye.